Well, hello everyone, welcome to the Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas for round 19 of my F1 2012 career mode in Season 2. I am LoveSpuds, and this is my qualifying lap. As you can see, I got into Q3, my objective is to finish 8th and above, and this is actually not a bad lap. Obviously, not the fastest, I never claimed that, but it is a very good lap, and I actually keep it on track for once. No times to compare it to yet though, because I've managed to get out in front of everyone else. But the car feels good. Definitely feels good. It seems to be on track. Keep staying on track well enough. Oh, I'm mincing my words already. It's staying on track well enough. I seem to have got some good control, good braking. Yeah, overall happy with the car. Now, as you can probably tell by the length of this video, something happens. I'm not going to tell you what, you're going to see it for yourself. But it's nothing to do with me or what I've done, it's to do with the game again. And no, it's actually not rain. But I'll wait for you to find that out once we get the race underway. But for now, where am I going to qualify? Who knows? Only I know, of course. My sector time was a 1:26. Which is alright for a professional level. Full throttle around there, braking a little bit for that corner. You don't want to go off too wide, otherwise if you go off wide on that point, off that second to last corner, it counts as corner cutting for some reason. Don't quite know how they work that one out. But anyway, I come across the line. It's a 1:47, not my best lap I've ever done in the world. But I'm actually quite surprised that I've ended up first on pole, nearly half a second quicker than Alonso, who lines up in second. So yeah, then Lewis Hamilton is in third, my main championship rival. 14 laps to do of this new track for 2012. And we are go. Pretty average start. I mean, you got Alonso coming up on the inside there. I braked way too early. Both the Ferraris got on the inside there. Got in my way. And Schumacher's actually got in front of me now. Massa dropped back somewhere. I don't know where he got to. Button's moved up to 4th. And Schumacher is a little bit in my way here. Try not to run into the back of him. Sorry, a third. Okay, that's not too bad. But what is going on with my car? I'm losing grip. Why am I losing grip? I have no idea. It's the start of the race. Tyres are only a lap old when I started the race, so I have no idea what's going on here. But I've started to slide out already. So that means Schumacher and Alonso have gone off into the distance there. Alonso is no longer my rival, plainly because I beat him in Abu Dhabi, I think, which took the total up to 4-2, I think, in a driver's rivalry, which means I have got the Ferrari contract for next year. So unless I get a McLaren contract, I am going to Ferrari. Should be interesting. Because I'm not staying at Mercedes again. I want to hop around in this game, apart from McLaren, which I might stay for 2 seasons in if I get a chance. But here we go. Here's the start of some utter crap for me. For some reason the tyres have lost, well, the rear tyres have lost all grip and they're playing up. Now, if anyone knows what the hell is going on here, please let me know, because I have no idea why my car is suddenly uncontrollable. I mean, what's that about? And it wasn't a car hitting me. Look at my temperature of my tyres. It's gone through the roof on the back tyres, which means I've got no grip whatsoever. I can't do anything. I think it's just, if this is another classic case of the game trying to dick me over, or it's simulating a problem with the car. But then again, what problem with the car would cause this? Exactly. You don't see real Formula 1 cars doing this. Unless there's an actual problem, or the brakes have failed, or the tyres are punctured, or whatever. But my tyres are absolutely fine. They've just overheated for some reason. And I would admit, I have restarted this race. This is the second run through, and the exact same thing happened the first time. I thought if I restarted the race, then I could just negate the problem and deal with the race as it comes. But no, obviously I can't escape that, and I can't change anything on a setup either, because it's parc fermé rules, of course. I mean, look how quickly the temperature goes down. It just changes so rapidly. It's unreal. And I'm not even on the gas. I'm not even creating wheel spin. I'm just going round the corner at a slow speed, and for some reason the back end is sliding out. Like that. There we go. It's happened again. So this puts me in a really, really bad position, where the leaders are actually about half a lap in front of me. I'm down in 22nd, and it doesn't look like I'm going to score any points. See, I now can't do anything. I can't go full throttle around there like you're supposed to, which at this point is really peeing me off, unfortunately. Now I'm assuming another bug. I'm assuming this is another bug unless someone tells me otherwise, because I'm pretty sure that should not happen. And it puts me in a really awkward position as far as the championship goes. Depending on where Hamilton finishes, as I spin around yet again, and Perez is down in 23rd for some reason with Di Resta. Well, Di Resta's always at the back at the moment. I thought I'd let him go past because there's no way I'm going to defend against him. I end up causing an accident if I tried to. So there we go. I've got absolutely no control whatsoever, and I'm getting rather frustrated.
The car ahead is running on the prime tyre. We have an advantage here.
So yeah, you can see how bad it is. I don't need to explain it. I mean, this is quite close to what was happening a couple of races ago and last race in qualifying, where I had absolutely no grip at all. But it was a sort of different circumstance, and it was different. It was a different loss of control, but it was almost the same thing. And I didn't really expect this to happen in the race. So now what I'm thinking of doing is going into the pits to change my tyres, see if that makes a difference. I'm going to test it out, see what happens. If nothing improves, then I'm going to have to retire from the race, unfortunately. Which is really bad news for me, because I can't win the championship here, it seems. I'm not going to be able to make up all that time. Especially as I'm down in 24th. It's one thing going from 24th, where I was in Abu Dhabi, to come through to win. But here it's a different story. And to make matters worse, I'm going to crash into the pit wall. Oh no, I'm not. That's later. That is later. That's I don't actually crash. I just bash into it, but you'll see what happens. But I'm going to change my tyre. Change my tyres. See what happens.
The track is clear. Track is clear.
So I'm now 25 seconds behind Di Resta, which is definitely not ideal. I'm nearly going to be about to be lapped by the leaders.
So look after your tyres.
Now I'm just going to push the car a little bit, see if it grips, and what do you know, it works. I mean, some would say I could just restart the race and do a pit stop on lap 1.
You're 30 seconds behind the rest.
But even if I did that, I'd still have the tyre problems on the first lap getting back to the pits in the first place, plus the added time penalty of going into the pits, which would throw me at the back of the field anyway. plus the other pit stop that I need to make because of the dry tyres. I need to go on the primes, and I very much doubt I'd be able to take one pit stop and make primes last all the way, because I'm not that good at all. Like, the tyres just seem to clear out from underneath me and I wouldn't be able to get any decent points. I don't know, maybe if this happens again, maybe I'd try that. But unfortunately, I'm 29 seconds behind the rest, weighing up my options. Should I just keep going for the video's sake, or should I just retire? Just thinking about this as I try and do a couple of laps to catch up to the rest to see how quickly I can do it. But basically, this is just parade. I've lost all my confidence now around the corners because I'm expecting the car to just spin out. So it basically is ending up like a really, really bad day for me. Especially when I started in pole position as well. It's really frustrating. It's a shame that this video has to end up being a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a rave, I suppose, about how disappointed I am in this race and how frustrated I am getting about this game sometimes. But don't worry, it does pick up in the next race. Things do actually get quite interesting in the next race, because obviously, because I can't win the championship now, depending on where Hamilton finishes, of course, which I assume he'll finish in like the top 3, because I think he's in 3rd at the moment. I think Alonso's leading, Schumacher's in 2nd, and Hamilton's 3rd. And as you can see from the map, my teammate is on the same straight as me now. He could lap me any moment. Not to mention, a points finishing position is just in Sector 2 now. So I really can't catch up that amount of time, especially in a 25% distance race. So I think I'm going to come around for one more lap. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I do. I think I'll go around for one more lap, see how it is. Yeah. Go around again, try one more lap, see how much time I'm making up, but it's obviously pointless, basically. Pointless is the word, because I'm only gaining, what, 3 seconds or so? 2 seconds. So a lap. Even with a pit stop of about 20 to 25 seconds, I'd still be in last place, and only have the remaining laps to cut through, what, 3 people on the field there. So it's a hard decision to make. Well, it wasn't too hard a decision. I mean, I didn't want to retire, but I'm going to pull into the pits after this lap and call it a day. My first DNF of the year, actually. I mean, Monaco should have been a DNF, the way I impacted the barriers, but I managed to carry on and finish the race after that one. But today, it's going to be me pulling into the pits and just finishing the race here and then, basically. That's why this video is so short. I'm sorry it wasn't exactly an exciting race for you, but I had to show it, really.
Okay, you're 27 seconds behind the car ahead. 27
I had to show it, really, to just demonstrate what was going on and why this race was so crap for me. But yeah, not much else to say, really. I'm just going to pull into the pits now. This is stupid as well. This is where I crash into the wall for some odd reason, because I didn't slow down enough, obviously. And basically, I'll pull into the pits here and just fade away, to sort of simulate retiring into the pits, because you can't actually retire into the pits. It doesn't let you. But anyway, there we go. Unfortunately, not a great video for you guys to watch, but it means the championship goes down to the last race, because Hamilton has scored 15 points, and obviously I've scored nothing because I did not finish. Yeah, I think Hamilton has closed the gap to 18 points, is it? Yeah, it was 18 points. Yeah, there we go. So that's why I can't win the championship here. He's now 18 points behind. So basically, if he gets second or above and I don't score any points in the next race, well, if he gets second and I don't score any points in the next race, then he's won the championship. If he wins the race, I have to finish about 5th or 6th to be sure of winning. So yeah, should be an interesting one next race. Brazil I'm not particularly fast at anyway. I mean, I get by, but I'm not fast, so could be a struggle. But McLaren have definitely won the Constructors' Championship this year. Mercedes are going to come in second, and then Ferrari looks like they're going to come in third. So that's pretty much decided. So anyway, that ends a disappointing day for me, and probably a disappointing video for you too. But yeah, sorry about that. Join me next time for Brazil, last round of the season. I'll see you then.